Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Sexy and Wealthy Mom Podcast. I'm your host, Sarah Fast, and inside is where we are manifesting more of everything that we desire. So plug in, all right? Like, there are so many valuable episodes already inside of the whatever you call it, I suppose, the portfolio, the album, whatever you want to call it. The archive, the past episodes, so many of them, binge listen to them. They are fucking good. And I'm super happy to have you here. Today, I want to dive into just really being fully expressed and creating your dream life, your dream work, and getting paid really fucking well every step of the way. Yeah, let's do it. Regardless of how many people are liking and following and engaging with you, and all the mind's ways of playing tricks on you, telling you that people don't get it, that they don't love you, that you're unworthy of what you want, that you're not good enough, that, how can you compete with the social media algorithm and some of these people who are going viral or who already have big communities and followings and more support than you and more money and all the fucking things. Because, hey, I have told myself all of these things along the way. And there has been so many times when I have almost given up on myself and what I want and showing up in that. And yeah, it doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel good when you're not seeing 200% reciprocation when you're giving everything that you fucking have to give. You're putting your heart and your soul into everything that you do. And you feel like you're receiving like not even half of that back, right? Or whatever. And it's valid. Listen, it's valid. Like, you get to feel whatever you're feeling. And also, this is why I have focused so much in my life, in my brand, in my business, in my entrepreneurship journey, which is actually going on 11 years this year. Yeah, I started in 2014. So in March of 2014, I started my pet sitting business. And I have expanded a lot. Oh my God, there is a fucking crazy person running right now. Oh my God, I am not shitting you. It is Sunday, January 19th in Minot, North Dakota, and this guy is fucking running outside, and it's negative 40. Real feel is negative 40. There's no way. I cannot believe I just saw that. There's no way. He's not even wearing a coat or a suit. He's wearing like a hat and some gloves and like jogger pants and a sweatshirt. What in the world? Now that is fucking crazy. Sometimes I think I'm fucking crazy. Like some of the shit that I put on social media, I tell you what, I'll post it and then I'll be like, oh my God, people probably think I'm fucking crazy. Like, and I'm like, that's okay. Because I'm so out there. And it's just who I am. It's just who I am. Like, I posted yesterday that I've been having very powerful orgasms lately. And it's true. And also, I'm like, oh my God. My mother-in-law sees that post. She's going to be like, what the... She's already seen some of my shit and, like, been like, what? Like, why are you talking about orgasms? Like, it's just... because they're fucking important, you guys. They're valuable. They're important. Like, you should be having really intense, powerful orgasms, too. Seriously, you should be. And that pleasure that you receive, oh man, it is fuel. It is fuel. Pleasure is fuel that you need to get through your mind's shit, your mind's bullshit that it's gonna pop up every step of the way. It doesn't become less uncomfortable. It becomes more uncomfortable. The more that you expand, the more that you put yourself out there, the more vulnerable you are. You know, like, you're going to be like, what the fuck? What are people thinking of me? And if they're not saying anything, then, you know, you're going to wonder. But also, that in coming back to the internal validation piece, this is what I have focused on the most, is creating that belief in myself and embodying self-love. Like, really, truly loving the shit out of my energy, out of how I show up, out of how I deliver, over just everything that I'm doing in my life and in my work. And this has always given me evidence that I'm going in the right direction. Sometimes it's not as much evidence as I would love to receive, you know, and that is why we have to appreciate it all so much. Like, every little thing, every win, every client, every opportunity, every dollar. This path has really supported me to anchor in appreciation more than anything else, and to feel deeper, to feel things deep on a much deeper level. What I want and the contrast of what I don't want. I feel it all very deeply. And, you know I talk a lot about detachment, detaching from your negative emotions, detaching from what you don't want. It's not always going to be easy. It's not always going to be easy. Sometimes you're going to be in the thick of the contrast, or you're going to be just having a rough day. You're going to be emotional. You're going to feel bad. And there's nothing wrong with that either. You got to be able to hold more of that in order to receive more of what you want. So the duality piece, you know, that's where we're at. That's what we have to move through that in order to just keep going. Because I tell you what, one thing is for certain. I feel the best when I'm giving 110% of me. When I am showing up day in, day out, like, for myself, And because I know that I can hold more space for my kids, for my husband, for my friends, for my family, for my clients, for my audience. Like, I know that I'm giving more value by making sure that I am overfilling my cup, because you cannot spill onto others if you're not doing it for yourself. Straight up, if you don't feel that internal validation, you don't feel really good about who you are and about what you're doing, you can't spill over into other people's cup, or you're going to attract the wrong people. You're going to attract the people who are energy drainers and suckers, and they don't have any desire to shift. They don't have it. They don't have the desire, and that's not who you're attracting into your space. So, the more confident, and confidence comes with action over and over again. Action, showing up, being consistent, receiving that evidence, anchoring it in, celebrating yourself, celebrating the evidence, celebrating your results, and then doing it all over again, over and over and over. It starts compounding into more. The only thing is, you cannot stop. You can slow down a little bit at times, and you can take, space. There's nothing wrong with that, but you cannot stop. You got to keep going. And honestly, like, I take space. Most definitely I do. I take breaks and pauses and things like that, but I feel better when I'm plugged in. I just do. I flourish more when I am consistent in this work. So, I think what stops a lot of people is they stop moving in that momentum and in that feeling and that flow, that desire, that dream, that next level version of themselves and what they're doing and how they're showing up and how they're feeling and all of that. They miss the embodiment piece of you gotta go first and you gotta keep going and you gotta not fucking stop. You gotta keep going, not fucking stop. Don't fucking stop. Keep going. Push yourself. Push yourself more. Is it uncomfortable? Good. It's fucking supposed to be. It's supposed to be uncomfortable. It's supposed to push your limits. It's supposed to expand your limits. It's supposed to create a buildup within yourself. Like, think of an orgasm, right? Like, hey, I like to just, hey, let's go. Let's get the orgasm. Like, this is what I want. I want the orgasm. But the buildup is where you receive the most pleasure because you're building up to that. And you're like, the release is like, wow, right? It's the release and the buildup. I mean, they're both powerful, but the buildup, the more that you expand yourself, the greater the buildup and the greater the result, the greater the orgasm, the longer it lasts, like, right? So the longer that feeling lasts and that feeling takes you further than you've gone before, it takes you higher because you are feeling that pleasure. And the pleasure is what attracts more magic because people, success and money and all the things, everything that you desire, it's attracted to pleasure. It's attracted to pleasure. And it doesn't mean that you always have to feel good to receive more of what you want. Like, I can receive money and be sick. Like, I can show up in the market and I can have a cold and I can start trading and all of a sudden I feel a lot better and I'm receiving more money. Because it's the passion, it's the pleasure of what you're doing, of how you're living your life, of committing to doing things your way, on your terms, and being very committed to attracting the right people into your space that want to do it too. This is exactly what I do and who I support. I support those who think outside the box, the leaders, the visionaries, the entrepreneurs, those who refuse to settle for less than what they really fucking want. That turns them on, that makes them move differently, that makes them want to give 200%, that makes them want to show up consistently, to give value, to provide a space for others to rise. And it's not just about you, it's not just about me. Everybody already fucking knows that. But that internal validation, that self-love piece, it's the foundation. It's the foundation for other people to rise in your space. You do need that. You can't have a wobbly foundation and know for certain that you're going to keep showing up and you're going to keep moving in a way where other people can continue to rise. So you've got to raise the bar for yourself in order for other people to rise. And you got to keep doing that over and over again. And it's not for everybody, but I tell you what, it lights me up every day. It lights me up every single day, pushing myself and just really like expanding my energetic capacity, expanding my capacity. Like, not everything is rainbow and sunshines in my world. Like, being a mom is my greatest challenge. Like, being a mom is, man, that's challenging at times. I tell you what, sometimes I want to rip out my freaking hair when I am home with my 4 and 3-year-old. It's the truth. It is reality sometimes. Sometimes I just want to take a poop and not have them follow me into the bathroom. Like, just get out of here. Why do you want to be in here when I'm pooping? It smells. Like, get out. Like seriously. Madison's in this phase right now where she like always wants me to hold her. And I'm like, trying to cook something or whatever. But then I'm like, I freaking love you, baby. Like, you're amazing. Yes, I'll hold you. Of course I'll hold you, baby. I love you so much. And I give her 5 kisses because they bring so much joy to my life. And they're amazing. And it's still challenging. It's still challenging at times to be at home with my 4 and 3-year-old. Even though I love it. It's still challenging to show up 210% sometimes, and to just have that feel vulnerable to put everything, a lot of you out there, not every fucking thing, but to really be fully expressed in your experience, and then to go through the contrast of that to feel just all the things like are the right people seeing this, and all of that. The flip side is not always fun, is what I'm trying to say. It's not always fun. And we have fun every single day. We commit. We're very committed to what we want. Very committed. Very, very committed. And I think that commitment piece, deciding it's done. Like let go of the results, let go of all of that for a little bit, and just decide it's done. It's done. The how is going to present itself every step of the way. It has for me. And there have been some questionable times where I did not know my next step. And what you have to do during those times is you have to give yourself space. You have to feel that. You have to go through the crumble. You have to fall down. In order to get back up stronger, in order to build an even stronger foundation that you can flourish on, that you can fly from. And that is my focus now, is just continuing to build onto my foundation. And, it feels good to be more grounded and really focused on this long-term vision while getting paid well to do so in the market. I'm in the market. I teach people how to day and swing trade, and then how to build onto their long-term investments, how to maximize their IRA, how to continue to build on and compound more money, to maximize their money, to play with money, to have a blast receiving more money, to, really embody wealth from the inside out. That is my focus. That is who I'm here to serve. Those who are on a different path. They're on a different path. They're creating life and business radically different. And they're happy to be doing this work. They're happy to be showing up. They're happy to be all in. I'm all in on myself, on on my life's work, on how valuable it is for you to plug into my space, to consistently listen to my podcast episodes, to consistently show up and check out my content, to trade with me. Come trade with me inside the Discord community. It's a whole vibe in there. It's so much fun. I seriously invite you to come trade with me. My Discord community is only $44.44 a month. That's it. And you're going to have a blast expanding your wealth portfolios, and it's going to be a whole freaking vibe. So I invite you to come check that out. Message me on social media. Message me. If my content, if my message is impacting you, I love to hear from you. I love to engage with you back. And if you are not already subscribed to this podcast, I would just greatly appreciate that. And if you share this episode, that would be very appreciated as well. Leave a review on iTunes. That would be amazing. Man, that'd be amazing. I'd appreciate that so much. And follow me over on social media. I'm on Facebook and Instagram at Awaken You Coaching. I create content, valuable content on a consistent basis that will support you to receive powerful impact, create shifts in your life, and to receive more of everything you desire, to receive more of that evidence that you want. All right? And to, of course, rise through the shit that you don't want, because we know the duality is part of this process, and that we have an entire lifetime to keep evolving. We're here for the growth. We're here for the growth. We're here to build more wealth. We're here to embody freedom and fun on a much deeper level. So I appreciate you for listening, for being here in my space, for engaging with me on social media. And I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. I still cannot believe I saw that guy running when it's negative 40 degrees out. That blows my freaking mind. I tell you what, that blows my mind. Blows my freaking mind. It's crazy. I haven't seen him since, but wow. Now that's intense. All right. I'll talk with you inside the next episode. Bye, everybody.